Yo, what's going on, everybody? Matty Ice back again with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. No plays for me in the NBA yesterday. There was just one game. So I basically took yesterday off, just kind of kicked back. Did release like 5 plays overnight, though, so we do have a full card ready for us today. Everything's moved a little bit our direction, so I feel really good about being on the right side of everything. The past week or two, I don't know that closing line value has meant anything, but long-term market moves our way. We'll take it every time. Massive slate, 12-game slate today. Only a few blowouts. I'll double-check the market here. I think 3 blowouts and everything else is going to be competitive. Pull this off and maybe make this a little bigger. Y'all tell me. I think we usually do 90. Yeah, I like the 90 layout better. I think everybody can still see that. Might be hard on the mobile, but I think everybody could still see that. Hey, anybody on Twitter, if y'all don't mind throwing a chat in here so I know I did it right, that would be love as well. Do I have anything in the Lakers game? Off rip, let me go. Odds, props, open link in new tab. 1 second here. Let me pull up my Lakers projections. Also, yeah, all of my projections are now posted. Yo, good morning, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. All my projections are posted, so y'all can follow along there as well. I plan to have that out every day. I'm trying to make it larger on the screen, and I think the only way for me to do that is to have 2 to 3 games in there. But I honestly think doing it that way makes the data larger. So I'm just going to make a better way, a visual representation of separating the games. I'm going to keep toying with the visual there, but I'll keep the data coming every single day. So one thing that sticks out to me immediately in this Lakers game, LaMelo last night, I know I saw 28.5s, and I want to say I saw 29.5s. Looks like 28.5 may be the highest it got. But I was definitely looking at that line last night, considering that line last night. Now that I'm looking, it was really soft books and only for a moment. So I saw it and it was gone. 27.5, I'm a little farther away from the under. I have it 26.73. So I still lean there, find a very, very small edge, but let's stick to just keeping this as a lean. I do want to talk about Mark Williams points over. I'm at 19.45. Over in 5 of 7 with 29 plus minutes. Ever since the Nick Richards trade, he's basically running 30. I see plenty of 16.5s actually out there as well. So let's go to 16.5. The Lakers are number 9 versus pick and roll rollman. They also foul the second fewest. Is that a trend? Because it's been new coaches. They probably get the friendliest whistle again. They're number 18 in the restricted area. So they're not good, but they're not awful. Mark Williams over. It's a strong lean. 120 available at MGM to the over, 120 on the 16.5. Also available at Rivers. If I'll be honest, FanDuel has came down, so it's not market support. I do lean over there. Somewhat of a tough matchup. I do not think the Lakers blow them out. Now, I did look stupid saying the Lakers couldn't even compete with Boston, and then somehow they beat them. I know Boston may have been on like a 2 to 3 game road trip, but still, that shocked the hell out of me. No, I'm going to leave Mark as a lean. LaMelo's under as a lean. Nothing on Gabe. Anthony Davis, I lean under here as well, but not enough to get to the window. No, they have not played this year. It's very close in those 2 games. I'm at 25.87, so I'm right with the market here. Rui, I do lean over. I'm at 12.66 here on Rui. How many minutes he runs would be my biggest concern. Where do I have his minutes? That'll help me kind of discern. 31 could be slightly optimistic. I lean over for Rui's points. Minutes could be slightly optimistic. Also lean under LeBron's points, but I'm at 23-1-4, so there's really no edge in the under 21.5. Miles Bridges, I do kind of lean over here. I'm at 20. Literally 20 on the nose, though, so it's not enough edge. Looks good, though. Let's go see the play types. All this information will be available in the data I posted as well. So they're number 14 versus spot up, number 22 in transition, that being Baby and the Lakers, 18th versus above the break scoring, 19th above the break, 18th in the restricted area. It's a pretty average matchup here. I do lean over here, Miles Bridges. This is the closest I've came today. All right, let's run a leans lay at the end of stream, and we'll get that at either 18 plus or 15 plus. ESPN 18 plus with a 30% boost, maybe. LeBron, I do lean over his assists. Let's go talk about that. I know there were 8.5 plus monies, right? Let me go look and see what the market's done overnight. I almost played this last night. It's definitely going towards the over. He opened plus 124 on FanDuel and ticking up. If we wanted to run an alt line lay, I'm going to go try to do this. What's Bridges 15, LeBron 7 assists? Is that even money? I like that lay right there. And honestly, what's plus 05? I don't hate the idea of a triple-double look. Under his rebounds. Let me see what the model says. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. LeBron rebounds. LeBron James. 7-4-3. So, no, I would lean over. There's a 6.5, 125 offshore. Nothing onshore is playable, in my opinion. I'd just stay away. A lot of 10s in there, man. Oh, my fault. Everybody give me a second. I'll go post those in that thread. One moment. Let me find them. Rockets Celtics, he says. Rockets Celtics. Give me 1 second. I'll go post those. It'll be a comment on the very last post. My fault, y'all. Give me 1 second just to get that out there. So when we go over that game, we got it. Rockets Celtics. Here it is. Save photo. Okay, let's go to the projection sheet. Okay, Rocket. I'm not going to put any notes on this. I'm just going to post the sheet. All right, it's in there. It should be the last one. My fault on that. I appreciate you letting me know that, though. All right. LeBron triple-double is a sprinkle. I honestly believe that. And we hit Bron's triple-double a couple days ago, man. Last week, those of you that are tapped in, Josh Hart, I believe, 3 points away from 11 bans for us. Should I have ran the round robin? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I hate myself for it. But we were right there. We were at the doorstep. Nick Smith, what kind of minutes do we think he's getting today? Could be a Nick Smith Jr. day. Let's go look at Reeves. Do I have anything for Reeves? I definitely lean under Reeves' rebounds, so we're going to talk about that. No edge on his assists, and a very slight lean under to his points. Let's check his PRs just to be safe. 18 and 3 is 21 now. So I do lean under rebounds here for Reeves. Let's see if we can get to the window. Oh, it's the price. I mean, yeah, I lean over, but the price is god awful. Yeah, I actually like the under 3.5 plus money still. 4.5 prices are crazy. The best one, 167 at Rivers. I still see a 10% edge there if you want that as like a lay piece. I don't know that I'm running that straight though. That's 4.5. 167 at Rivers. I lean under the 3.5 plus money, but I'm not getting to the window there either. Was there anything else in this game? Let me just do a quick breeze through the 3-pointers made, and if not, double check. Yeah, we've got Sengun, Jalen Green, Zubac, Norman Powell, and D'Lo out today. Or not out. Those are my plays for today. None of them in this game. I don't hate Rui 2+3s at super plus money. It just depends on your risk tolerance there. All right, this game for me, we've got to spend some time talking about because like it's weird, honestly. Darius Garland, if you look at his individual matchup, it's good. They don't guard pick and roll ball handlers well, and they also don't guard from above the break well. And then you go dig deeper into that, and you find out Darius Garland is actually doing better against teams that guard the pick and roll ball handler better. And it makes sense to the degree that Donovan Mitchell has the exact same number one play type, number one scoring zone. And I feel like in those games, Donovan Mitchell getting more attention, getting stopped, Darius Garland is stepping up, as we've kind of seen in the last 10, 14 games. So that was an interesting one for me today, which led me to believe, even though the model likes Darius more, I think I can see Donovan Mitchell going off today because when you look at him versus teams that do not guard pick and roll ball handlers well, he smokes them. That being said, Donovan did only have 19, I believe. Let's double check that. Yeah, 19 in the prior matchup. Garland, 13. So this game's very interesting to me. Jalen Duren, nothing for me. Jared Allen, model leans over. And again, y'all can follow along with this. I'm at 13.11. Never mind. There's really no edge. I lean over on those 12.5s, but definitely not enough. Rebounds, head-to-head, he had 11 earlier this year. Projections are 8.88 today. What's the market done? I might be able to get on Jared Allen under rebounds. Is Mobley playing? Yeah, Mobley's playing. I know Dean Wade's out. But we're not really getting market support here, so I'm going to leave this as a lean for now, but I want to see if the market starts to go that way, I might get on that. Jared Allen under 10.5 rebounds. Like I said, I'm at 888. Now let's say this is a competitive game. I mean, his averages are 10, so I'm still way under. Competitive game, his average goes up about 2. So I could see that correlating to my model at 10.8. Let me do a minutes adjustment on his rebounds. Where do I have his minutes? 29. Yeah, let's say he played 34. Oh shit, wrong page, wrong tab. Hold on. Yeah, never mind. Mark Williams, man, I agree. I have him at almost 20 points. Like, it's the Lakers fan in me, I think, staying off of that, but I agree with the Mark Williams day, especially points. Jared Allen, rebounds. We're gonna leave this as an under, fellas, but I do lean under there. Issues, Evan Mobley, I'm pretty sure I lean over. Double checking. Evan Mobley, rebounds I lean under, but points 15.4. No, this is a good under. Maybe we run this right now. Opposite of market support, it's definitely come up. I'm not afraid to fade the market, especially if I'm really confident. What's the spread in this game? 10.5. If I had to bet sides, I'd probably take Detroit plus 10.5. Beasley does continue to cash for us. Let me go look at the individual matchup. Beasley does continue to cash. They are number 20 versus spot up. And he did run 30 minutes in that last game. 30 in 2 of the last 3. I think they can keep this game within 10.5. And even if it gets to 10.5, maybe it's something where Cleveland pulls away late or something. Oh shit, that's not even Malik. My fault. Malik Beasley. This is what would worry me, but I will say I do think they keep it within 10. I'm putting Malik down on our lean sheet. I think. See if I'm getting market support. This one's a hard one to turn down. Shit. Malik, 15.79. That probably gets us there. 15.79. Edge isn't enough. What's my model average minutes at? 28. And I can't say I'm confident that we get more than that. If we're at 32, hold on. If we're at 32, I'm at damn near 20 points. It's funny, like the difference there. Malik scares me because of the not only have his minutes been sporadic, but with the blowout potential. Malik Beasley worries me, but I do lean that way and agree with you. Jared Allen's assists over 1.5. See what the model's got to say about that. Allen assists 1.786. I'm at 1.786, so it's not enough for me, but I am leaning over 1.5 there, almost at 2. So Mobley. Huh. My model does like Mobley PRs under. Let me go see what the edge is. Mobley points and rebounds. 15 and 8 is 23. 23.92. 23.92 is a pretty damn good edge. Again, the opposite of market support. I mean, just moving against me. Got a DraftKings 110. That FanDuel 08 is gone. FanDuel has moved to 113. I do lean under Mobley PRs here. Solid lean too. What are we doing, Matty Ice? I'm going to leave this alone for now. Not what I was expecting. Yes, we will leave that as a lean for now. PRs, Cade Cunningham. I think I'm right around market on everything with Cade. Points him at 26.7. Really no edge. Assists, I'm at 8.89. So there's definitely a lean under there. Let's go look at that. The rebounds, it's a very slight over. The price is getting outrageous on this. Potentials are, or assists have been through the roof. What the fuck? I mean, just some crazy conversion rates here on assists recently. Crazy conversion rate on the assists. This line is currently coming up, though. So I would wait. If you're interested in this line, stick around because there'll probably be a 9.5, 125. This was here. They just moved to 8.5. But, oh, wait. Is 365 open or off of the market? Let's go look. Let's go have a peek. Bet 365. What's on? That 9.5 under 125 is there. Very slight lean under, but he's been cooking, so I'm definitely afraid to play it. Player props. Assists over under. Hey, go lock that in. It's just a simple 125, but they're still open. I don't think that should be a price or getting any better. 1.25. Is that what I'm going here? I think I'm going 1.25 here. Cleveland, 10th in assists allowed, 18th versus point guards head to head. 6 in the matchup this season in 35 minutes. 9.5 is a lot. 6, 10, 7, then 11, 8, 5, then 10. Oh, these are all head to heads. Nine and a half is a lot. I gotta run this, right? 9.5 is a lot. Hard Rock is back open 9.5, 120. Hard Rock is back open 9.5, 120. Am I missing something or is the market just wrong? I mean, that's nonsense. Even at 15, like, I'll take that bet. 1 second. They are 20th versus catch and shoot, 30th in isolation. I'd rather be good in isolation. Or, I mean, bad in isolation. There's not a lot of points coming from that. Cade assists is what I'm more interested in. He's been burning me lately, but if I don't play this, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. It's only a 10.92% edge, I guess. I like this Cade under. I'm going to move, but just know that that is a very strong lean for me. I mean, I like it a lot. The last 5 looks bad. Model likes it. They're 20th versus catch and shoot. That's not favorable, but I don't know. Let's go through the rest of the Cleveland players' assists real quick. Donovan Mitchell, I lean under the 4.5 minus 0.8 at Rivers. FanDuel sitting 128. Doesn't really, I mean, it's right at 10%. I'm not sure that I'm interested. I already see that I'm not interested. As I said, Cade, Darius Garland under 7.5, 135 at DK. It's getting cheaper. It was 140 and 145 before. Where do I line up? 7.5 is a lot. 8th fewest assists per game, 3rd fewest assists per game to point guards. Let me go check some shit out. Darius Garland. I lean under the 7.5, 135. Maybe if it comes to 125, I will get down on it. Nothing else for me in this game. A couple very strong leans, though. I mean, a couple very strong leans. Darius Garland, Kane, Mobley, Malik. Honestly, we probably do have a same game parlay built from ESPN just in that game alone. Orlando versus Miami. Jimmy's back. We don't know what Jimmy we're getting. That's why I did take his 20 plus in a lotto, but I didn't take his over straight. The lotto is 0.1 units, and if Jimmy comes out pissed off, I really like our chances. I wouldn't run a full unit on the over though. Ware's been going crazy. I think this is the first game he'll be with Jimmy and play 30 plus minutes. Let me double check that. With Jimmy. 3rd game, maybe. Yeah, this will be the 3rd game. Over this line in both. Orlando, very good versus centers, very good inside the paint. So it's not a great matchup for him, but I still lean over here. Bam, if this were 15.5, I'd probably get down on the under. I lean under here, but not enough there. Let me go look at Pialo because I'm not really sure. I do think full minutes limits off for him. And then also Franz ran 30, a little over 30 in the last game. So expect him to get almost full tilt again today. They've had a day's rest. Pialo, I'm at 21.7, 21.65 to be exact. I lean over, not enough. 23.5 unders with, oh, wait a second. Rivers is off market. I do lean under the 23.5 minus 118 at Bet Rivers. I mean, it's just off market. Hold on, before we do anything else, let's see how we're looking here with Pialo. Assists over, rebounds over. All right, so let's stay the fuck away from that. 23.5, 118 at Rivers is a bad number for them and a good number for us. What's the spread in this game? It's so hard, like, to grade Miami. Orlando 1.5 feel light to me. I know they got some injury news. Suggs questionable. Goga Patadze questionable, but still 1.5 feel a little light in my opinion. Ware's playing well though. That does really help that team out. I don't know, bro. That's why I only put him in the 0.1 unit parlay. If he's pissed off, he might get 25. Or he could come out here and just suck and get benched. So $10. Live with it, die with it. I'm going to stay off of Paolo, and it's probably me being soft because, I mean, this chart looks bad, but pretty strong model projection, and I'm very confident Bet Rivers is just off the market. So I should be playing it. I'm at 21.64. My fear is, hold on. Yeah, let me go to a minutes adjustment. Where do I have his minutes? Let's do a minutes adjustment. Pialo, well, I don't know that 33 is super off. He did run 39 in the last one. Let's call it 37 conservatively. And now I'm at 24 points. So I'm going to stay away. I lean under Paolo's points. Franz been balling in his 2 games back. We did hit the 20.5 here his first game back, and that felt like absolute luck. That line closed 16.5. So Jimmy, as I was saying, you never know what you're getting. I think he has played better at home this year. Over an 11 of 18, and then just been shit, from here on out. This is why we ran the 20 plus. Because if he does play 30 minutes, if he does act like he wants to be there, or at least like he wants to win, I don't think Jimmy will act like he wants to be there, but Jimmy might act like he wants to win. And if that's the case, watch out. Someone asked Paolo, are A's? Well, that's interesting you say that because I do remember the model leaning over on both rebounds and assists, run it for the whole team. Paolo 8 and 12 gets me almost to 13. It's like 12.99. I do lean over. The problem is it's if you want to lay a 132 at FanDuel, I do lean over. That is the only book that I think, in my opinion, has enough of an edge. I'm looking for 10%. Every book has an edge. So, yes, let me go look at rebounds and assists individually. It's probably going to be rebounds. Yes. Just his rebounds. Let's go look at just his rebounds. There's the Miami defense, 26 and 23. They'd be allowing them boards. Wait, is there what did I see a super plus money in the market on this? $7.5 plus 120 at no bid. It's coming down. Could we get a 6.5 FanDuel? FanDuel, will you do that for us? This opened 7.5 over minus 128. Over minus 128. Now sitting under minus 128. Really didn't get any resistance until it got there. But if they'd just be real nice and give us an over 6.5, 130, I'd nuke it. I like the rebounds by itself better, John. I like the rebounds by itself better. And I'm keeping an eye on that 6.5 coming to market. I'm not paying 180, but I'd lay 130. Yeah, I'd run that. I would absolutely run that. We see that 6.5, like 130-ish. The 7.5 plus 120 at Novig. Depends on how risk averse you are, but definitely value. Duncan always plays better with Jimmy. I guess it's really the last 10 games since Jimmy's slacked off. Wait a second. Heat. Duncan. Head to head. Under in all three this year. The number one versus spot up, number one versus above the break. Not the right matchup to try to exploit it. Hero. One second here. Where am I at here on Hero? I'm at 22.79. Am I getting market support? Yes. Best number, MGM05. Have to hit that. Well, I'm not going to say that. Okay. I do like Heroes 22 over, 20.5 over. Tough matchup, but 20 plus minus 125. That's probably FanDuel. I could, 28 minutes in that game where he didn't go over head to head this season. I don't see that. They lost by 19. I don't see that. I did say I think the Orlando minus 1.5 is light, but I don't think this is a 10-point game. No opinion on his assist, however. Lean over his rebounds. Hero is a coin respecter. They are number 21 versus pick and roll ball handlers. I think I like it at 19.5. He's over in every game they did not lose by less than 15. I should specify that better. Over in every game Miami did not get blown out in when the team is bottom half versus pick and roll ball handlers, but also top half versus above the break scoring. Top third. As long as he runs it, as long as he plays, I like this. Like I said, you're getting market support here too. $22.8. You can lay a 22.5 05 at MGM for 15.55%. 110's available at Rivers. I could see this going 21.5. Let me see. 19.5, 125. I'll run it. I'm checking FanDuel right now. 19.5, 125. I'm going to run it. No, it's 145. Maybe DraftKings? No, 150. I feel like I just got teased. If anyone sees that number, let me know. It's not a big difference here, but I don't like it quite as much. 20 and a half, oh, 05. Oh, I bet it's MGM. Hold on. Let me go to MGM. Miami Heat, player points, 20 plus. No, it's 150 there as well. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I just checked too. I know ESPN will be juiced. Nah, I'm gonna keep this as a lean, but I do like the 20 plus if y'all are putting lays out. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do like the 20 plus if y'all are putting lays out. I'll probably have a 20-point parlay as well today, anyways. So assists, let's run the model here. Paolo 4.83. I do lean over for Paolo. Not enough for me to get there. Jimmy, I lean over his assists, but it's been an effort thing with him. Let's go to rebounds. I do lean over for Paolo's rebounds. That's right. We said that. I leaned over RAs, but I would take the rebounds individually. I will say that that price is coming down. So I really believe, I don't know, it might be at the bottom. 7.5 even money to the over might be the bottom, but you might see a 6.5. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else in this Orlando game. Any other requests, you can throw them in there. If not, we will keep it moving to the Memphis game. Let's go look at the injury report in this one. Hart is a game time decision. I would assume that he is running. Altamont is a game time decision as well. Let's go to the model. Knicks. Just spelled that shit wrong. Ja Morant under rebounds. We'll go over rebounds last. Run it here. OG Anunoby, 16.79. Lean over points. Let's see. Looks like that market is moving against me. Kind of moving against me. Maybe if Hart doesn't play, I could see that over being the play, but not a big fan of it at the current price. I lean under Ja, but you could see a minutes adjustment here. I think I have him around 29. If that's at 33, 34 minutes, I probably end up right around market. Mikal Bridges, slight lean over, but not enough. Karl Anthony Towns under 24.5, only because it's even money. It did open 25.5. Y'all know how I feel about not getting the best of a number. 25.5, 125 at Fanatics, however. I'd rather play the 120. I don't know about all this. What's the spread in this game? 3.5. That feels right. Memphis has been playing ball lights out, so 3.5 for the Knicks at home feels about right to me. I'm not interested in this Towns under, even though the model's leaning that way. Model also likes Brunson's over, so I do like the kind of correlation there. Can we tie that with market support? Market hasn't really done shit. There were 26.5s when it opened. Coming down, definitely catching resistance at the 115 price. Cool. I appreciate it. That does seem to be about the best price we're finding. Brunson 25.5. I think they being Memphis 22nd or something. Yeah, they're 22nd versus pick and roll ball handlers. 23rd from above the break. They are number 6 in defensive rating, though. Over in each of his last two. I don't even think Hart being out is a much of a minutes bump. Oh, Hart's going to play too. Didn't he tweet yesterday one of us has to play defense tomorrow? Yeah, it was after the Philly game. Hart's playing. Man. I like Brunson's over 25.5. It really doesn't look great, though, versus teams outside of the top 10. I mean, averaging 25-3, tie-in defensive rating. Actually gets better, 27 versus top 10s in defensive rating. I lean over for Brunson. What's my model at? 28.8. Christ. Should be a competitive game, right? We're seeing 35-36 off of a Thibs player. Like, I'm confident going up this high. 29.5, pretty close to where I make it. 28.8, I think is what I said. Yeah, 28.8. Number 3 in isolation. That's the only thing that would keep me off of this. Jaw PAs, bottom half team, scoring type and zone. I'll look. I mean, I just don't see any reason not to run Brunson. I'm going to circle back to Brunson, but I think that's a play. I think that's a play. Jaw PAs. Like I said, I'd have to do a minutes adjustment here. So let me do all that. I do think one day's rest, we could see a season high out of minutes out of Jaw here today. I do think we're seeing a season high. I think we just see a competitive, really, really good game here today. Playoff basketball, hopefully. 17th in transition. 16th versus, where's his inside the restricted area? Okay. Probably wouldn't go lower than outside of the top third there, to be fair. With a minutes bump. PAs 29.8. I can't get there on Jaw. I can see minutes extended here today. Miles McBride, if Josh Hart weren't to play, WVU guy, I could see him getting a bump. That's PAs. Mikal Bridges, as I said, I leaned over, not enough. Jalen Wells fucked us. I'm still mad at him. Bain is an interesting one to look at. Desmond Bain. They are 17th in transition, 30th versus pick and roll ball handlers. Let's go with John Morant. Over the last 10 with Jaw, he's over an 8 of the last 10, averaging 20.4. Minutes are tight in the 30s. Only 29 versus Utah when they scored. They won by 22 points. Sorry. 32 minutes with Jaw. He's over in 8 of the 9 games they've played together. Let's go see what the market's done here for Bain. Danced all over the place. Best over I see 17.5, 117 at Rivers. Projections 19.28. So it's technically not enough for me, but I do lean this way as well. Let me go see if I can get there on maybe threes. 2.5 is super plus money. I doubt I'm going to get there. 3s. Bane, no. Lean over his points way more, actually. Red light, green light. Got tequila in my body. All right, let's go talk about Hart. We were so close, like right here, to Bezos. What game did he score 7? No, it was this game. 11 bands. 11 bands. Let me go look at the model. I actually lean under his points, but I'm still over 10 assists. Josh Hart, 6.1 rebounds. Josh Hart, 11.07. Lean over. Dub. Dub is minus 130. Dub is probably priced fair. All right, nothing. Let me go through the banner here real quick. Update the banner so I make sure I don't miss anything. Ignore that. That was a couple days ago. Sengun under 20.5 points. I'll have 2 to get through when we get to that game. The Rockets game. Just a second. I'm updating everything so y'all can see all the plays I have out already. 20.5 points. And the low over 6.5 assists. I cannot believe we got that last night. DraftKings was snorting dope or something, I'm telling you. All right, that's everything. So I make sure I don't miss anything. Houston, Boston, perfect. Yeah, we've got 2 plays in this one. First one, we locked in Sengun under 20.5. He did run 32 minutes in the last game, but it feels like 32, 33 is the ceiling. We were seeing 35, 36, even 40 in some games. To me, it feels like he's kind of hit a plateau. We're going to see him around 33 minutes per game. Also, Boston. Number 16 versus post up and number 6 versus the pick and roll man. Also number 5 in defensive rating and number 12 inside the restricted area. So at best, it's a neutral matchup. I'd argue it's slightly negative. And the model has it at, I got to hand do this one. 1 second. 18.55. So I'm going to tell you if I still see if you played the 19.5, 110 at DraftKings, you're basically good enough. 9.67. Still think that's playable. Shout outs to everybody in the cord. We got that last night at a really good price. Also, we played Jalen Green over 20.5 points. This one has, hold on. There we go. Jalen Green over 20.5 points. He did sell us in this game versus Cleveland. Model loved it in the next game. I was afraid to play it, didn't play it. As you can see, massive support here through the market. I played it last night at 20.5, up to 22.5, basically everywhere. I did have a write-up out for that last night. Make sure you have those notifications on. So when I post something, you do get it before it moves, because I'm really only posting my best shit, and it's going to move at the end of the day. Fred VanVleet, we were riding this under earlier in the season, but the model is actually leaning over, I believe, in this game. Celtics. Fred VanVleet, I'm at 15.38. Definitely nothing to write home about, but there is a lean over there. For his assists, I do lean under at DFS shops. Yeah, we can get into the assists here. Projections are 5.2, so we can lay a 5.5 plus money. Second in assists allowed per game to point guards. Let me go over here and assists. Oof, that's not good. But he did only have 3 in the matchup earlier in January. Similar. Kind of split on this one. Let's go to the market. It's definitely coming down. no edge there. All right. Fred VanVleet assists under. We want to just throw all kinds of shit into this game. Probably 160, 150, 165 on the under 6.5 if you can find it. I like that. I don't love that, but I like that. Fred VanVleet under his assists. Is Derek White questionable? He is questionable. So is Al Horford. Could see a bump here for Drew without White. Porzingis, 18 in the last game. Man, he's hanging out around that 18 number a lot. You're going to see the matchup. He's turning into those of you that were fucking with me, rocking with me last year. You'll remember we would always Bam 15 plus, but also under 20.5 was a lock last year. Similar to like Shea, 29, 28 to 35, like that was a lock to be in that number, right? Like I would say a good 70% of their games. So Kristaps between 22 and 18, looking that way, 15 plus to 22. Expect KP in LA here. Expect KP in LA. What do you think about Amon's rebounds? Celtics bigs tend to pull centers away from the rebounding position. More weak side boards for Amon, do you think? This would be the interesting factor for me. This is what I'm more, well, I agree with you, but also the minutes bump recently is intriguing about his rebounds. Model. Rebounds, Amon. I'm at 9.8. Let me do a minutes adjustment at 38 minutes, though. So let me see where I've got him. Let's do 36. I'm at 35. So it's, I don't know. You're definitely good for a bump of 2 if he's running like 38 to 40. What's your confidence level that he doesn't get in foul trouble and this game stays competitive? Boston 6.5, but I think Houston can stay in it. I like where your head's at there. I do. That's good. That's a good read. You're pairing a minutes bump with Porzingis pulling Sengun out. Without Horford, there will be some more time with the shit. What's that big fucker's name? Luke Cornett. I kept having Luke Kennard stuck in my head. Luke Cornett. I like it, bro. I do lean over there. Yeah, Cornett. You got it. I had Kennard stuck in my head. Cornett. Yeah, that's it. You got it. I do want to look here. Let's just toy with the idea of Fred under. It was Fred's assist we were under, right? Let's toy with the idea of a Fred under and Jalen Green under. Jalen Green rebounds 5.5 under. They're not going to give you a 25% chance. Like, they're not going to price that right. Jalen Green under 5.5 minus 320. Let me see what that correlates to. Minus 320. Right around 25%. I still think it's lower than that personally versus Boston. Yeah, I do. I really do. Fred VanVleet assists. Under 6.5. They're giving us 210. Hold on a second. Assists, Fred. Under, I'm at 522. We could lay it under 6.5 at minus 210. Hit rate's 39%. I think that's good enough too. All right, I'm going to go to Prop Builder. Right now, I've got minus 107. I could get down on that for 1 unit. Let me check ESPN and Prop Builder as well. NBA, Rockets, Celtics, player props. Rebounds. Assists. Minus 101 on ESPN Bet. Now let me go to Prop Builder. Also, it's basically every offshore uses it. Not every, but basically every. All right, let me build it here, and I'm going to play this. Sports. Basketball. Houston, Boston. Parlay Builder. And then rebounds. 1 second, boys. About got it. I'll know where the best place. Oh, they won't go 5.5 on Prop Builder because they're pussy. All right, I'm running at ESPN Bet at minus 101, locking this in for 1 unit. All right, now give me a second. I got to get that in the banner and also into the cord. Do I just screenshot this? I'm just screenshotting it on my phone. I don't feel like transferring it over from my betting phone. .07 units. All right, fellas, I got that in to win 1 unit. Sorry for the delay, but I wanted to make sure I got the best price on this game. All right, anything else in here? Celtics points. Derek White slightly under. Dylan Brooks slightly under. Jaylen Brown under 16.51. Without Derek White, you could see him getting a few more attempts, though. I don't know how deep they'd go on the bench. A guard might get a couple extra minutes head-to-head. Looks really bad with Porzingis. I thought I saw 22s and 22.5. Maybe that was last night. 21.5 across the board, but ESPN is 21.5 juice to the over. So is MGM. That's right, same line provider. Yeah, I lean over. I'm sorry. Lean under 21.5 for JB. Assists in this game. Like I said, I lean under Fred. We took it in the lay. Derek White, I do lean under if he plays. Under 5.5, 140 for Jason Tatum. I should have played this last night when it was 130. Best price I see is 140. I do lean under for Tatum assists. And quickly go through the rebounds. Jalen Green under. We ran that in the lay. That's all I'm seeing in this game. Anything else, feel free to comment. If not, we'll keep it moving. Sacramento, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, interesting. Number 1 versus pick and roll ball handlers and number 1 versus pick and roll rollmen. But otherwise, fairly awful. Interesting spots. De'Aaron Fox under his points. Also, DeMar DeRozan over his points were early indications for me in the model. Let's look at the Kings as a whole. We did also play D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists last night, minus 125 at DraftKings. Don't know why they gave us that number. Ben Simmons was a late scratch in the last game. Cam Johnson's also out. But if you look since joining Brooklyn, I mean, over in almost all of these games, potentials are through the roof. Minutes have been sporadic, but if we see a 31-plus minute game here, I mean, he might go for the double-double. So D'Lo's assists, absolutely loved this play last night. The 9th most assists allowed per game to point guards at 9.1. Only regrets maybe is that I did not hit this line harder. Sabonis over, I'm leaning them at 22.5, but they are, like I said, I believe number 1 versus pick and roll rollman. I don't think they're very good versus the post. One moment. Number 5, not number 1, number 5 versus pick and roll rollman. Number 30 versus post, number 27 versus spot up, and 27 versus transition. They also are 23rd in the restricted area. I do lean over here for Sabonis. I lean over for Sabonis, and I lean under for Fox. Fox, 22.5. Juiced to the over. 23.5, 120 at ESPN Bet. And it does look like FanDuel's creeping up, so we might see a 23.5 across the board soon in this game. I'm leaning under, man. I'm very much leaning under for Fox here. D'Lo's assists over we played. Points over I lean as well, but assists was just a much better play in my opinion. DeMar, I lean over here. If you really dig into it, he does better versus teams who guard the pick and roll well than Fox does versus teams that guard the pick and roll well. So this looks like a better spot on the perimeter for Fox than DeRozan. For DeRozan than Fox in my opinion. Malik Monk, I did want to play his assists last night, but the 5.5s were all really juicy. Let me go look where we're sitting this morning. Assists, Monk. I still lean over. The price is just crazy. If you're on DFS apps and you can use the 6, I really like the 6+. We have to lay like a 160, which to be honest was around the price last night. I still lean over, like I said. I just don't know if I want to pay that price for it. Where am I on Monk's points? I'm at 20.17, so a very, very slight lean to the over there. Outside of D'Angelo Russell, nothing that I'm going to play in this game. I will leave you with my Fox under and DeRozan over leans. I also lean over Sabonis, but I like DeRozan the most in terms of overs in this game and Fox the most in terms of unders. Yeah, that's where I stand. His minutes stay strong. I mean, 34 plus if this game's anything competitive. I don't know that Brooklyn keeps it competitive, but lean over for Fox. Spread in this one is massive. I believe it's 10 or 11. 12 now, so I'm good on moving. Pelicans and the Raptors, I do see a very high ceiling for Zion here. They struggle versus play type, isolation in the restricted area. So I could see Zion going off. Minutes would worry me here. As you can see, he hasn't played more than 30 in 6 games. I did put 25 plus in a lotto. I think he could get that in 25 minutes, but again, that's a $10 bet, not a full unit bet. I do lean over for DeJounte Murray's points here a lot. I know he's questionable. I know he's questionable, but I lean over for DeJounte Murray basically everything. PRA's over. This was 6.5 juiced. This is what I was looking at, 6.5 over 130. PRA over for DeJounte, 29.5 is the number I was looking at. I like this line. Pelicans are 2.5-point favorites. I lean Pelicans there, especially if DeJounte Murray plays. Zion's rebounds, I'm going to hit you with the same answer as his points. If he runs the minutes, I love it. I'm just worried about minutes. I did see this price last night, 6.5, 125. Looks like it has bumped. Rebounds. You could go Zion PRs over, in my opinion. Let me go. Yeah, that 7.5 plus 125 is crazy work. MGM's now minus 145. Yes, I do lean over Zion even at the current prices. Minutes is what worries me. I would tell you could go P or PRs or rebounds for Zion now. Lean over all of those. I did sprinkle the 25 plus in a lay. Only a couple games this year, but man, I'm telling you, I like it. Perfect matchup too. Anything else in this game? I'm looking at rebounds. Hold on, let me go to points. Lean over for CJ. I would feel better about that if DeJounte is announced out. Personally, I think I like DeJounte's 17.5 better than CJ's 20. Yeah, we want to go DeJounte over CJ because if you look at it, sorry, 2 for 4. Each of the last two struggled though. Prefer DeJounte if he goes over CJ's points over. There's even a 16.5, 115 at DeJounte. I probably got to run that. RJ Barrett under 22.5. I lean that way. The Pelicans are number 29 versus transition and number 29 in the restricted area, though. So probably not the spot to attack RJ in this game. Let me go look through assists and rebounds, make sure there's nothing else we want to check out in this game. Lean over Grady Dick's assist. I already went over CJ's. I'm sorry, DeJounte's. I do lean over Scotty 6.5 here. Do lean over Scotty 6.5 minus 05. If you're talking about Scotty's does look low. What's the projection? 7.34 minus 05 at Bet Rivers. We could have got plus monies last night. Scotty Barnes assists. I think this could be a straight and a ladder. Let me go to Rivers. If the 105 is real, I'm probably running it. NBA. Player assists. Over 105. Lock it in. I just hit Scotty. Over 6.5 assists minus 105. Projections again were 7.34. And our edge is 16.19%. I had to run that. I wish I would have got the plus money last night, but I've got to run that. I'll probably get a write-up out for this one. I do also lean over for RJ. The best price is a lot worse price, however, minus 138. Still looks really nice. I still lean over. Prefer Scotty, but definitely lean over there as well. Anything else in that game? Nothing on the assist side of things. Rebounds. As I spoke before earlier, DeJounte over everything. I do lean over Zion's rebounds. Minutes is the only thing that scares me there. Anything else in this game? All right, we'll keep it pushing. Pelicans, Atlanta versus Minnesota. Trae Young out or questionable? Trae Young is out. Jalen Johnson's out. Spread in this one's probably massive. 10.5. I'll leave you with a lean on Julius Randle under points. And I'm going to just move on. Chicago and Denver, another probably blowout game. We'll spend a little bit of time on it. I'm pretty sure my Jokic numbers are just ridiculous. I'm just guessing because I've seen the matchup and they suck versus player types. Denver, actually not 27.61 points. 27.61 points, 14.25 rebounds. That's massive. And 11.55 assists. So immediately we want to go talk about triple-double numbers. Let me finish filling in my projections here. 10.34 and 4.11. And Michael Porter Jr., 17.1. 6.22 and 1.81. That's fine. All right, so Aaron Gordon, I'm around 12. I lean over for Aaron Gordon. Christian Braun, I'm at 15. That's a stronger lean. Let's go look at Braun. Chicago versus spot up and transition. 10 in transition, 13 in spot up. Really not plus for him, although they are 30th in the restricted area. Yeah, we're going to stay off of Christian Braun, but I do lean over for Christian Braun near 15. I mean, ladder spot if you want to. 22 is my projection for Jamal Murray. So I do lean over there. Are we getting any market support? No, it's hung out around the same number all day. I would actually argue that Christian Braun has gone down. Let's go talk about Giddey. Don't want to play that without Kobe if he runs 30 minutes. Absolutely lean under. I'm around 11. 10.77 for those that got the model. 17.1. Does that get us there for Michael Porter Jr.? Does absolutely nothing for me. Lean under for Jokic to 28.5 minus -08 at FanDuel, but they are very bad versus play type. So you're going to be hoping for a blowout to hit that line. Patrick Williams, I do lean under, but it's not enough for me to get there. Let's just skim through here, make sure we got everything. Jokic, massive edge to his assists over. Actually lean over Vucevic assists as well, not near as much. Also lean over Levine's assists. All right, let's look into this. Jokic is the primary concern here, assists and triple-double. I'm very confident in a triple-double, but why are we laying a minus 120? I bet if you build this, I mean, because that's minus 160. I like the triple-double better than the assists over. Let me see what the market's done on the assist line. It's coming down. I mean, is there a chance we get an even money here? I lean over for Jokic. It looks like the assist number is coming down. I'd love to get this price a little cheaper, although I think you could maybe build this 10 and 10 and get even money. I'm not sure. I do like the Jokic triple-double look today. It'd be sweet if we could pair that with something. Rebounds were at 14.55, so massive lean over there as well. I hate playing lines so high. For Jokic, this almost feels playable. I wish there was something in here I could do, like since Russ moved to the starting lineup. Lean over Jokic rebounds and assists for sure. I think I'm going to run some kind of triple-double lay there for Jokic. Vucevic. I do lean over the assists here. 29th in assists allowed to centers. 30th in assists allowed per game. If I had to lay a side on this, I probably would lay the Denver side, lay the points. Michael Porter Jr. PRs, let me go 17 and 622. Gives me a 4.65% edge to the over on Fliff minus 120. So I do lean that way, John. It's not enough for me. If I played all of my 4 and 5% edges, I'd have 100 plays a day. Maybe be just as profitable. Who knows? I know the ROI would be a lot lower. So I lean that way, but I'm good on it. And that's probably going to do it for me in this game. I do lean over Levine's assists at about 6%. Where are you at, Zach? Yeah, I'm not playing Zach Levine's assists over at all. Probably all for this game. Let's keep it moving. Denver, we got Washington, Dallas. Spread in this one is 12.5. I went over this one already last night. I do have over on Norman Powell over 21.5 points and Ivica Zubac over 12.5 points. Kyrie, really good matchup for him. What would worry me, obviously, is the blowout potential. If he's not running 28, 29, 30, 32 minutes, I think this becomes hard for him. Spencer Dinwiddie sold too many times. Don't trust him. Lean under. Kyle Kuzma, I did sprinkle the 20-plus in this one. This is like my biggest thing. If we see the 20 field goal attempts, Kuzma, this is another one why it's a $10 bet. If we see the 15, 20 attempts, Kuzma, we're going to get 20 points. He basically came out in the media and said, fuck it, I'm not trying to fit in with this team anymore. I hope that means he's chucking. I don't know if that means he's chucking. That's why it was a $10 bet. I will say this opened 16.5 and has moved to 18.5, though. PJ Washington, I like it without Luka. I just think the field goal attempts could be there. Let's go here. Field goal attempts. Let's look at all the games over 10. I really think this is what we see out of him. 18, you could take him for 20, 25 plus and some sprinkles. Washington, really bad versus spot-up shooters. I'm pretty confident in that statement. 17th, so not good. Also 28th in transition and 21st from above. 24th from above the break. Lean over for PJ here. Again, blowout game. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. Have those two plays. That's all I'm really going to have. This is another game. 9.5. Ugly. I do lean over Giannis's points. There were 30.5s available this morning. I was at 32.5. They're awful in transition. I'm just worried this game could get away from Giannis. If I had to lay aside, I would lay Milwaukee minus the 9.5. It looks like that line's going 10 anyways. So I would lay, there's a minus 9s in the market. It's moved from minus 8.5 to minus 10. I just see this game as a blowout. I do see Giannis over 30, though. I have him at 32. Brook Lopez, I have close to 14. See if there's anything sticking out. I just don't like these very high spread games, especially when I'd lean towards the blowout. Forgive me for my sins because I can handle all my enemies. Under 20.5 for Sexton, or maybe over 18. There's a big discrepancy in the market there, 2-point discrepancy. Lauri Markkanen, I have close to 17 points, but he's going to chuck. Just sucked in his last two. I've got nothing in this one, though. This is a good game. Clippers versus Phoenix. I do have Norman Powell over. I released the damn Clippers lines on the Dallas lines. My fault. Powell over and Zubac over in this game. As you can see, Zubac's moved a bunch. We locked in 12.5 over last night. Dallas moved to 14. Phoenix's interior defense has sucked. I don't care if it's been Nurkic, Richards, or Plumlee. He's also over in 4 straight, including 2 or 3 this season. Love this spot. 12.5 was ridiculous. No brainer. I smacked it. Keep it moving. Powell, we locked in 21.5, 120 last night. That number's gone, but there's some 21.5 juiced 130s over. Did I do a write-up on this one? Maybe not. Over in 7 of his last 10. He's also over in every game with Kawhi this season when he runs 30-plus minutes. I have him 34, 35 minutes played tonight in a competitive game. I have him around 25-plus points, 24.53 points. Did I put him on? Yeah, and I put him on the 25-plus lay, as did Jalen Green and Zion Williamson. I love all those guys for 25 tonight. So Norman Powell, that was easy money. Didn't need to spend a lot of time on it. I do believe I lean over for Tyus. I believe I'm around 11.5. Suns points, Tyus Jones, Chris Dunn's out. No, I'm at 9.5. I expect him and Bradley Beal both to get a minutes bump. Beal I have around 14, but I could see. I think he played 38 or 39 minutes in the last game, and if I put him at 38, I'll tell you where I come up at. If I put Beal at 38 minutes again, I'm now at about 17.43 points. So I agree with the market going up. It wasn't enough for me to play it. I do wish I had him 20-plus on a slip. I do wish I had him 20-plus on a slip. Maybe I do have him 20-plus on a slip. 20-plus, him, Jimmy, and Kuzma. I love this as well. $10 bet, so I'm not over-invested in it, but I do absolutely love the spot as well. Released that last night on the timeline and in the Discord. You could play the over straight, but you didn't get the best of it, so I'd stay away from it. KD, should be a competitive game. I don't know how this lineup's going to be. Beal also cooked in that last game, head-to-head, 24. I remember seeing that last night now that I'm going over this. Outside of that, probably all I have in that game. Any requests? Yes, Kevin Porter Jr. under 3.5 assists. I don't lay 154 storage, but you're probably on the right side of it. Price is crazy, but you're probably on the right side of it. All right. I think that's everything. Do I have Scotty Barnes on the banner? No, let me get Scotty on the banner and then we'll call it. DK is minus 130. Yeah, they are, but you know what? The market is coming down on him. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person. I was looking at Michael Porter Jr. Storch, I think you're on the right side of it, buddy. FanDuel's at 156. I've danced around that number all day. Looks like DraftKings might be trying to do some price discovery going to 130. They're probably waiting for someone like us to hit it. Let's go to the model. Kevin Porter Jr. No, I'm even at 3.48 storage, so I'm good off of that. Cool. All right. Oh, let me get this off the screen. There we go. All right. Quick rundown through all the plays that we have today, and then we'll call it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every day. We've got Alperen and Sengun under 20.5 points. Jalen Green over 20.5 points. Ivica Zubac over 12.5 points. Norman Powell over 12.5 points. D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists. Same game parlay, Jalen Green under 5.5 rebounds and Fred VanVleet under 6.5 assists. And last but not least, Scotty Barnes over 6.5 assists. Best of luck today. I'll try to get some more out on the timeline. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man.